So as discussed, the visuals in Power BI, by default, it has interactions with one another, right? So now let us start with understanding what is cross highlighting. Okay. For example, I just select Chennai in the interest of helping you to understand the concept of cross highlighting quickly. Okay. See, in this visual, in this pie chart, I am going to select only a specific category. This is personal care. The moment when I click this one, the rest of the categories got dimmed, right? This personal care category got highlighted, and also the data related to personal care category got highlighted across the visuals. Okay, this is called cross highlighting in simple term. But there is an exception. When it comes to the matrix visual, it is not highlighting it, rather it retains only the relevant data and it excludes the unrelated data. If you take a closer look at this visual, the bar chart or the column chart here, only the products, the shampoo, the shampoo and soap, these two products belongs to personal care got highlighted. The rest of the products were not highlighted, it got dimmed. Because the shampoo and soap, these two products belongs to personal care category. That is the reason why only these two products got highlighted. The rest of the products belong to other categories. Since we selected only this piece, the related data to personal care category only got highlighted here. So now the question is, then why it has to, retain the unrelated data along with the related data? There are some requirements, right? There are some requirements the user wants to know, right? So those sold items, those products we sold, along with that, which products we did not deal with that, right? So in that kind of situation, this is very much helpful. But in this case, all these three categories, we sold all these 5 products. Okay, but still in this case, right, it displays the products that are not relevant to personal care. See, all we need is personal care related, products that we sold it in Chennai region or Chennai city. But it shows the unrelated items also along with this. So there are cases, let's you deal with 10 categories. Of the 10 categories, you wanted to see which all categories we made sales, which all categories we did not make sales. If you want to view both in a single visual, in that kind of situation, in that kind of use case, it is helpful so that they will not, so that they will get to know, right, which products they are selling it, which of them they are not able to sell it. So in that kind of use case, right, so displaying both the relevant and irrelevant items or data in a visual is helpful. But when it comes to matrix, it is retaining only the relevant items. So to remember, right, so the cross highlighting is, it highlights, see, when you select a specific value or values more than, for example, if I select more than one value here, these two, since I selected only these two category got highlighted, and also the related items across the visuals got highlighted. The rest of the items, right, non-relevant items, in this case in the bar chart, it got dimmed. But there is an exception here. In this case, it is removing the non-relevant data here. It is excluded that one. Okay, so there are some requirements. I don't want to display the non-relevant items along with the relevant items. So whatever the values that I selected here, right, so it has to display only the relevant data. I don't want to display the relevant data along with the non-relevant data. So in that kind of situation, the filtering is the only option. Okay, the cross filtering. So for that, what we do is just you select. I'm going to unselect this one. If I apply a filter, let's you know, I'm once again I'm going to select Chennai. So what all this is, in total we sell how many categories? So in this business, they sell products under 5 categories. Of the 5 categories, yes, total. So let's you know this retail store, they sell 5 categories in total. In each location, for example, take for example Chennai. In the case of Chennai, they are selling products under only these 3 categories. So hence, all the three categories related data only got displayed here. It excluded other categories. Other 2 categories it excluded. This is called cross filtering. Now we can do the combination of. Is it possible to do the combination? Yes, that's what I have shown. For example, I already filtered. This is cross filtering. We did the cross filtering. It shows only the relevant data to Chennai city. Now I just select only the personal care here. Now cross filtering with cross highlighting we are doing it. With that we can see that because within this Chennai location I am interested in viewing only the personal care. Yes, it is doing the cross filtering in this case, but whereas it is not, it is retaining both the non-relevant relevant items. Okay, with we use slices to apply the filters without using the slices. Is there any way if we can filter the data? So the cross highlighting is also sort of filtering, isn't it? It applies the filter. It's sort of filtering, but Microsoft documentation they say it is not filtering. Okay, cross highlighting is different from filtering, but at the end of the day it does the filtering only. When it comes to matrix, we understood, right? So when we selected a specific item, it was doing the filtering literally here, right? If I select a specific category, it select the relevant data in the matrix. It displays the relevant items in the matrix. Okay, now you understood the difference between cross highlighting and cross filtering. And next one is the cascading. We discussed about cascading. For example, if I select a specific category here, the corresponding products, only the corresponding product should get filtered in the product slicer. For example, if I select the frozen foods, it should select only the product that are specific to frozen foods, in this case individual meats. And if I select the personal care, it should display the products that are part of the category in this product slicer. It is doing it. Okay, this is called cascading. There are situations, the cascading, is not happening. It will not happen. So what kind of situation it will not happen? That's when I discussed about the cross filtering direction both. Right, so that's when I discussed about that. Look here. So in this case, the category and product dimensions are there. If I wanted to filter, the sales fact table using category dimension, it is not possible because these two do not have direct relationship here. We are talking about slicer now. We are talking about category slicer and product slicer. Since these two tables have a relationship between them, it is possible to filter it. For example, if here I enable bidirectional relationship. See, if I want to filter, if I want this product table to filter the category dimension, right? It is the opposite direction, right? Why just disable this one? Because the data is flowing from category dimension to product dimension. It is not flowing back from product to category, because one category can have many product. A single product cannot have multiple category. Okay, that is what one to many in this case. So in that case, what will happen is the product dimension cannot filter dimension factory, dimension category. Sorry, I just go back here. So now I changed back the cross filter direction single from category to product dimension. If I select, I just do one thing here. If I select shampoo, it should show personal care. If I select shampoo here, it is not getting filtered. The category slicer is not getting filtered when I select shampoo. The only way out is I need to enable bidirectional. See, from here to here you can filter it, but from here to here you cannot do it. In order to do that, you need, because the filtering direction is downward arrow, right? The down arrow tells us no, it is happening in this direction. So if you enable bidirection, you should be able to do it in both sides. You can filter, you can use a product dimension to filter category and vice versa. Look here, shampoo belongs to personal category. Only when you enable the bidirection relationship, which is nothing but the cross filter both setting, with cross filter direction both setting, we are able to filter the category slicer with product slicer. So is there any way, without enabling both, can I do that? The one solution is denormalization. Denormalize this. Combine these two dimensions into single dimension. Alright, combine these two dimensions into single dimension. That way you can make sure that you don't have to enable this. If both the dimension becomes single, then we don't have to enable this one, right? Okay, so in that case you don't have to enable that. One second. So this is one solution. Now the question is, if I wanted to see, now we are with this denormalization, right? We are able to enable the filtering, right? So since you combine these two things, right, it is possible. You can filter the category table using product dimension and vice versa. This is one solution. The next one is the location. For example, when I select a location, it should filter the category slicer automatically, right? Since there is no direct relationship between these two, it will not filter it. Again, you need to enable the bidirectional relationship. See, one solution in this case is denormalization. We address it, but in this case, without enabling the cross filter direction both, we cannot do it. We cannot do filtering. We cannot filter. For example, you want to filter the product table by location, right? You need to enable this one, so that you should be able to filter it. See, it goes from here to here, but since it has a bidirectional, you should be able to filter product even though the location table has no direct relationship with product dimension. Got it? But the one option is you can use cross filter function, the DAX function, using which you can filter it. That is what I have demonstrated as part of cross filter direction session, right? I covered in a separate thing, right? So that is how you can do it. So hope you understood what is cross highlighting, cross filtering, and cascading. These three are important concepts. Please remember this. Okay.